to my channel. It's me, Jenisha Stanley again, and today I'm going to review the book I Survived, the Battle of Gettysburg, 1863. This book was written by Tarshis and illustrated by Dawson. This book has 15 chapters and 90 pages. So, what is this book all about? Well, this book is about an 11-year-old boy, a slave boy who fled the farm. He was raised as a slave, and he wanted to go as far as he could from the farm, but then he ended up going with someone and landed smack in the middle of a war zone. He's made it so far, but does he have what it takes to survive the Battle of Gettysburg? That's what this book is all about. And also, remember, all of the characters are fake. They are not real. And the battle is true. It all started 3 weeks before the battle in Virginia. So, in his owner's farm, Thomas was wondering how to get him and his 5-year-old sister Bertie a nice dinner. Then he saw a squirrel. It was fat and would make a nice dinner. Just thinking about it made his stomach grumble. So then, "Thomas!" Bertie yelled, but instantly, doop doop, the squirrel darted away. But then Thomas wondered if she knew better instead of having to yell at me while I'm hunting. But then Bertie showed Thomas something. "Look what I found," showing him a grimy green snake. Then Thomas wondered, yeah, typical Bertie. Give her a grimy little snake and she'd see a butterfly. Then she showed it to Thomas. "Isn't it beautiful?" she asked. But then Bertie said, "I'm gonna let you go now," and release the snake. After that, Mr. Knox, or Thomas's owner, said, "Boy, I need you now." Then Thomas and Bertie ran off into the nearby forest, looking everywhere. They ran all night until the sun came back up, and then some soldiers came by, a southern soldier and a northern one. Then they came up. The one from the south was looking everywhere and said, "Our job is to bring back prisoners, not beat them to death." But then finally he pointed his gun at Thomas and he said, "You're gone, Yankee," he said. Just then, Thomas saw a skunk waiting right behind him. So then he instantly came up with a plan. And do you know what that plan was? Well, that plan was to get the skunk to spray its rotten smell right at the soldiers. And guess what? That actually worked. So he got the skunk over there. The soldiers' horses darted away because of that rotten smell. Then they're like, "We've got to get out of here. Get the horses. Just leave them." They all started shouting. So then, a couple minutes after the skunk sprayed that rotten smell everywhere, then some other soldiers came by wearing the same uniform. The commander had a thick silver beard and said, "Corporal Green, are you all right?" And he said, Corporal Green was an injured soldier laying on the ground. He said, "I'm okay." Then he said, "Captain, meet the kid who saved my life," pointing at Thomas, who was hiding near a bush with Bertie. And then he said, "Would you like to join us?" Then Thomas said yes, and also Bertie was coming too with them. So they marched for a very long time until one day something really fast got the soldier marching in front. His eyes were gazing blankly up into the sky. They were open, motionless, and there was a hole in his head, like a wormhole in an apple, only just a bit bigger. A pool of blood was forming around, but then Thomas realized the man had been shot dead. A couple more came by, and also sacks of flour on the wagon Bertie were tore open by bullets or tipped over and bursted apart. Then lots of other bad things happened. there were lots of explosions too. They didn't notice that until Thomas saw that dead man, that dead soldier. Then they saw lots of others there too, which was horrible. But then another Southern soldier came by. He jerked his gun right at Thomas. Then he was like, no, he can't die here. He shouldn't leave Birdie. But then the bullet hit Thomas' chest. It seemed to explode. There was a blinding light, and then everything went dark. So it was a couple days after the battle ended, and then Thomas was in a hospital tent. So then, since he heard his name being called, he opened his eyes and he saw a familiar face looking down at him. Birdie. Her eyes were flooded with tears, and also his cousin Clem was also looking down at him. All of their faces were smiling. So, this is the way an 11-year-old boy named Thomas escaped slavery in Virginia, also saving his younger sister, Birdie, and also surviving the horrible, destructive Battle of Gettysburg. So everyone, go and read this book to learn more about the Battle of Gettysburg and to read an awesome story about how an 11-year-old boy and his 5-year-old sister survived the terrible Battle of Gettysburg. Friends, thanks for watching my videos. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel to stay tuned in on my new videos. I'll fly over to my next video. See you there!